Getting the fans back on is going to be a little interesting because I damaged one of these clips. So I gotta bend this clip back into shape here. It's supposed to look like this. So I'm going to see what I can do to get this back into shape, and then we'll try to get the fans on the shaft. So it's not perfect, but I think it'll work. So I'm going to get the blades, and then we're going to see what we can do here. This is going to be probably the most difficult part. Here's the blades. They certainly look a lot nicer now. So I'm going to start with the condenser. I'm going to try not to mark this up as much as I can, because it doesn't make anything easier when it's all jacked up. So I'm going to put some oil onto the shaft in hopes that it'll come off a little bit easier and to go on a little bit easier. Here we go. I really don't like moving this condenser around, but I've got to move it back in order to get this to go on. Okay, that was relatively painless. The most difficult part before was getting this clip off. And I can only imagine now that's all bent up, it's just going to be more difficult. Let's try with the non-broken one and see what happens. No, it's still being a little bit stubborn, but it is going now. Okay, that's in place. Why is the spin down time isn't much better than it was before? Well, anyways, that wasn't too bad. The coil took a good ding in the center there and a little bit up here. Alright, now onto the evaporator fan. This came off pretty easy, so I suspect it should go on pretty easy too. Okay, yeah, that went on pretty easy. Now we gotta play with this crazy clip thing here. And I think it's giving me trouble just because it's bent. Oh dear. Here's the evaporator shroud. There's another piece I need to get this on there all the way. I am letting that dry because it's metal before I put it back on. So let's wrestle with the condenser and then we'll revisit the evaporator in a few minutes. I didn't clean this very meticulously because it doesn't exchange any indoor air. I just wanted to get the majority of the bulk off of there. Alright, that's all set. Now I'll get another piece for the evaporator, and then we're going to give it a test run, and I'm going to kind of put the project on hold for a while because I ordered a thermostat. I don't know when it's going to arrive, but I'm kind of at a stopping point until I get that part to put in. So this sits on here like this, and this holds this piece into place. At least, yeah, it goes like that. I think the whole unit is a little bit bent, and it's not making this any easier to put together. This piece, I believe, is part of this. I'm not exactly sure how this is supposed to work or how in the world that would have been attached to there. I mean, this is like such a worthless feature anyways. It doesn't really do anything. I don't know why so many manufacturers bothered to output the time and resources to install this kind of thing into their units. What I'm probably going to do is just take a drop of glue and stick that onto there, because this otherwise works. I just don't understand how in the world this would have been attached to there. I don't see any way it would have been attached unless... Oh, I see. These two ends here might have been stuck like this, and this is some kind of a spring-loaded contraption. I don't know. Either way, whatever componentry was there to hold it in place is not there anymore, so we're going to have to do something else. Alright, so I've got some low-temperature hot glue here, and I'm just going to kind of stick this on here, put a little bit of glue here, close this up. I'll let that sit for a minute, and that should suffice. I can't imagine I'm ever going to be opening and closing this anyways. It really doesn't make any kind of a difference. I don't know, nor do I really care if this is how it was intended to operate originally, but it will certainly work just fine like this. So, last thing I want to do before we give it a test is clean the front cover here. Actually, there's two things I gotta do. One of them is probably more criticality. This insulation is coming off on the side here, so I'm going to just glue this back in because I don't want this to get sucked in and then block the air or something. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to clean the front guard. I think there's something wrong here. Yeah, this needs to get glued back in. So what I may do is just remove this in its entirety, clean everything, and then put it back. And we'll glue these couple of slats that are messed up, but that's not a problem. Oh, that wasn't. Hopefully you saw all that. If not, oh well.